people can jump on when they can. So I wanted to talk a little bit about today's call. For all those who were not able to get on it, I definitely wanted to kind of share some major pointers that I took away from it. So I was on the calls for 2 hours today, the NMD call. We have the first Monday of the month, and then we're going to have the Premier Directors and Above call after that. So it's pretty much a 2-hour call, but a lot of awesome, real nuggets that I just really appreciated. It was nice to hear from Kelsey. Kelsey Beaver was on the PD and Above call. And what I noticed, I got to listen to 3 testimonials of people that ranked up this month. Kelsey ranked up to AMD. And then we had an NMD from Mary Chipper's team. I can't remember her name right now, Karen, I think. And then we had another gal from Jennifer Given's team. She ranked up to silver, and she's a doctor in Canada. But what I took from the majority of these testimonials was just the love and support that they genuinely have for their team. And we always hear this, that it is helping more people get what they want, we get what we want. But you think about it, and in a non-selfish way, that's what these ladies did to promote. They just continue to help everyone get the 3, 6, 9 PC bonus, help them get the 200, 500 bonus. It's really starting at the grassroots and starting when you're looking to go to a promotion. And this is all, it's kind of every promotion that I've ever helped make happen or made happen myself. It was all from starting at the very bottom of a leg and working all the way up and writing down, who can I help get these bonuses? And especially during these months, you guys, I mean, November, December, people are looking for that extra money. They need it. They're going into credit card debt as we speak. They're trying to pay the bills they have to pay, and people need this money. So it really is genuinely just helping them get this extra money or whatever they're looking for. And we also move up too, which is the beautiful thing about this business that I absolutely love. So I love the testimonials that we heard. And I also picked up on something that has never really been spoken of. And I just want to share it with you guys. I'm not going to post it out on Masters of the Mundane. I did post it out on the Masters Leadership thread, but we don't really talk about overall each rank advancement bumps in pay. And I have not really ever heard Amber or leadership talk about it. We're always just trying to gauge how much it would be, whatever. Well, they did put some numbers out there, and I really appreciated this too, because this is something that we can definitely save and take down to the people that are running for these ranks, and ourselves included. If you need this extra money, or if you want these different ranks, this is how much money you're going to be talking when you get this. So these are just momentum bonuses. So if you saw the number, I'll go ahead and repeat it. Save these numbers though, write them down, and you can have these as well. I'm definitely going to be keeping them. So executive director, Elite Director, I'm still looking at the ED and going executive. Elite Director, $200 to $300 more a month. Premier Director, $500 to $600 more a month. AMD, $800. RMD, $1,300 more. NMD, $6,000 to $7,000 more. Silver, $6,000 to $7,000 more a month. That's insane. I know that some of you guys might have heard some incomes, and I don't know if this motivates you. I know at the very beginning of my business, it very much, not that you guys are in the beginning, but it very much motivates me. I guess money motivates me. But I remember when Mary Chipper at the very beginning told us, and she was probably, I might have been at Lexus, and she somehow writes on this thread, all right, guys, let's share our paychecks. And I was like, what? Okay, go ahead, share away. And I remember she goes, I made it to $16,000 a month this month. And I was like, oh my gosh. And I do know for a fact that people in this industry make $30,000 a month, $60,000 a month, $90,000 a month. It's insane. And it's more than most people make in a year. I know this, and I know that. And that's what just makes it like mind blowing, because you're like, this is insane. But it is the truth. It does happen. And it does start with you helping more people get what they want, and you get what you want. Even if money doesn't speak to you, and helping others speaks to you, you can help a lot of people with that money, you guys. Doesn't matter what you do with that money. You can do all kinds of things. It doesn't have to just be for you. So just take that piece of motivation that does motivate you. And also some things that I wanted to keep in mind, and I know a lot of us have worked a lot of Decembers in this month or in this job. I know that we all know that we have to front load December, but that is what I heard a lot of tonight or today on the calls, especially from Jeff. He kept just saying, all I can say is front load the month, because we at the end of the month, it just gets, you know, people are busy. People aren't answering messages. People aren't looking at their phones. They have, it's about 3 weeks that we have. Okay. I'm not saying things can't happen. I did make national marketing director in December of 2014. People were still working at the end of the month. I get that. I know that. But at the same time, if we can set our team up for success at the beginning of the month, these first 3 months, you're just going to feel a lot better about the end of the month, and think what else could even happen that you might not even see happening. Like, oh my gosh, okay, I did front load the beginning of the month, and now I might be able to hit this promotion. So awesome thing is we have 31 days, which is great. So it's a long month. Something that we do need to keep in mind for our team for those discounts is, this is something that I forgot to, or just it was a great reminder today, is that the 10% off next month, if they order, they do lock in that holiday discount bundle, and they'll get 10% off. So that's kind of like insane, the amount of product that they can get for that big of a discount. So before you cancel auto shipments, go back to those people and let them know, and let our teams know. I am going to be putting that reminder out to masters, and then you guys can take it to your teams specifically. But that's a huge discount that they might want to lock into, just something to think about. But what Amber talked about on the SD and above call, different from the Premier, is, or I'm sorry, what she talked about on the NMD call that's different than the Premier. What I noticed is that she said take inventory, and that's definitely what I've been doing today, but take inventory of your volume. And this is something and this is something that Karen mentioned that she does, the one that's NMD, but it's also something that we need to, if we're focusing on volume and new starts and growth, then you need to start tracking that stuff. If you haven't already started doing that, start doing it. What I do is I track it on the 5th, 10th, 15th, 22nd, 23rd, and then you can, wait till the end of the month and go back to that number and write it down there, just so you know how the month ends. But something just to know. So if, for example, let's say Kelsey was, Kelsey ran to AMD. Janet, you ran to Car Bonus. Congratulations. And you're running and you're tracking all that number. Well, then say your brand partner, she wants to run to Lexus. That is something that you can gauge on and go back and say, okay, and not that every month is the same as yours and not everyone's volume is the same. I get that. But you can just, and you don't even have to tell her, it could be for your own peace of mind, just to have that gauge of a number, say, okay, I was at here, she's 5,000 more than me. Oh my gosh, this can definitely happen. Or, just something just to keep in mind. But check your volume, write your volume down, new starts, write those down, because then you can track it and say, okay, this is my average number of new starts. But that thing in the back office is really, really awesome, that we can kind of check where we're at and if we're going up and down. And then something else Amber mentioned, which I thought was super interesting. So, you know, she said, I see everybody is congratulating everybody on PSC, you know, personal sales commissions, and everybody's saying 3,000, 4,000, 6,000. And she's like, and that's awesome. I completely appreciate that. I think you should recognize everybody for personal volume. But she said, what if you started recognizing people for bringing one brand partner in, or bringing two brand partners in, not ranks, not volume, but just I mean, she said such a big thing in this business, and even Kelsey mentioned it. It's the little wins. It's the 3 PCs, and Kelsey said that's, you know, she saw them at church and they were crying because they just were so excited they got 3 preferred customers. And that might not seem like a big deal for us, but it is a big deal. And these little wins are just something that can keep those new brand partners kind of on fire and keep going. So she said, start recognizing people that get 1 brand partner, 2 brand partner. And this promotion that we have is awesome for our new starts, because obviously last month we had great numbers for volume. We had hair care set, and we had Black Friday specials. We still have the Black Friday specials, which are awesome, or Cyber Monday, or whatever day it is today. But let's go now work on some brand partners and get them in before the end of the month. I love this promotion. It's pretty much just working on brand partners, getting the 1 brand partner, 2 brand partners, 4 brand partners, and then every brand partner that is new gets firm, which is awesome. So I think we should definitely promote that and recognize those people that do get those level 1, level 2, you know, all of that stuff, which will be great this month to do that with recognition. And then anyone that's promoted on your team or had big wins last month in preferred customers or volume, take note of that. Start mapping those people and helping them along with where they want to go. If they had a big month last month, chances are they're really excited. Chances are they're going to start seeing that paycheck come in on the 15th. And if it takes writing on the 15th of the month those people's names down, so you go back to them and say, hey, how was that check today? Because people they are going to be very excited, and that's where you continue to ripple onto that momentum, is people that do have great months. You say, okay, let's hold their hand and see what they want this month, and kind of continue to recognize them and congratulate them. What else that was pretty much all that we had on the calls today, like in a nutshell. Obviously it can go a lot longer, and it did with testimonials and stuff, but anything that you guys did last month, I know we had amazing months, but anything that you guys wanted to talk about that you kind of took away, or any tips that you want to share, or anything you're doing with your teams? Oh, in regards to that, we did have a call with Shaolin 2 weeks ago about we're starting new starts, and we are going to have a rhythm. And this is going to be awesome, you guys. I'm really excited about getting this rhythm started with the new starts. So every silver NMD will write an email out to new starts the beginning of the month. And I've done that for a year at least. Every single month I write the new starts. I welcome them, introduce myself, tell them why I got in the business, just kind of relate and get to know them, even though I've never met them, but just so they know my story and they know I'm a leader for them. And then I say, here's either, you know, before it was just a new start call replay, or if we were having one, I attach it to it. Well, now every single Tuesday at 8:30, we will have a new start call. It will not be recorded. It will be from all kinds of different leaders sharing just new start information for the brand partner. And I will include that in, and I did, actually, I already sent it out, include that into the email for the new starts. And then from NMDs down, we are going to really look through our reports at the beginning of the month, look and see who came into the business, and then message them, first it's message the brand partner that brought them in and say, hey, I see that you brought in, you know, Shirley this month. What do you think she got in the business for? Is she in the business for free product, work in the business? She just wants the product bundle, just trying to gauge why she got in the business, so you know. Because what we've kind of found out through time is when we welcome them through a text message, we don't know them, they don't know us, they don't write back. they have our number in case of, you know, they need it, but more times than not, you won't get anyone that writes back and says, hey, thanks, blah, blah, blah. So once you go to the person that they do know, and if they go, oh, you know, I don't know, she bought it for the product, she might want free product, I'm not sure yet. Then you say, okay, great. Do you mind writing Shirley and me in a Facebook message or a text message introducing me to Shirley, saying I'm one of your leaders? What you've been doing, Stacy, what you guys have been doing already, introducing and getting those new brand partners way plugged in. So they have other leaders to listen and guide them. But at the same time, letting no new brand partner just fall through the cracks, getting them up to the best start that we physically possibly can. And once there's a rhythm in it all, and we do it for month after month, we're going to start noticing that those new brand partners are going to get off on the floor a lot better. So I'm hoping that's what's going to happen. I know that I've always welcomed them, but it's kind of just always been, you know, hey, and if anybody really does want to run, they write me back, but more chances than not, it doesn't happen that way. So that is something to think about, know about in regards to new starts on your team and stuff. So anything else that you guys took away from last month that you want to share about?
I have one thing to share.
Yeah.
I finally became a little coachable when it came to writing my goals out and saying them kind of in the present tense. And I went around the house and put these little Post-it notes. I don't know if you can see them. Anyway, can't see it. I had these just junky Post-it notes all the way around the house. Of the 17th, I think I needed $2,300. I'm like, I can do this. I can do this. And it needed to be mostly me and some very inactive legs because my other legs were maxed. So I just kept crossing out the number as I put in orders, and it kept 23, 19, 16, 1,300, 1,100. And it really helped. I mean, I know that's what you all have said, but I just didn't put it into practice. And when I did it, like my son and my husband were like, I was like, look at, I'm down to 11. Now I'm at 9. And they're like, go Mom. It was just kind of fun, but it was really real.
That's,
you know,
awesome.
23 is a big number for me. My months are not normally more than that. And I had to get that much more halfway through the month. So it was, I really learned to kind of put some of these things into practice.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. And it really, even mapping out, like today I wrote out to some focus groups and just said, you know, look at it and how many PCs do you have coming in right now? How many, you know, how many do you need to hit your goal? Okay, you've written down the PCs that are billing this month. Great. You have 3. How many do you want to hit this month? Let's map it out. Who are the PCs that you can go in through those reports and say, oh my gosh, she ordered in August. I have to follow back up with her. So many people don't utilize those reports and they forget about people and they don't put it in their calendar and they don't follow up and they don't, you know what I'm saying? So just kind of guiding them and helping them to realize these little tips that seem like, oh yeah, I do that, but it's telling our BPs everything we do. Like, there was probably a lot of people that have never done that. And just trying to get them started the fastest way possible, really. So any other things going on this month? They talked about parties. It's so easy. Like she was like, have some spiced eggnog and cookies and call it a party. We're going to do a customer appreciation party. We've been doing them every month. Inviting customers, inviting people, like I do networking. So of course I'm going to invite some ladies that I know with networking and tell them it's a networking event. And it is. And then customer appreciation, inviting people that just either sampled and all that stuff. We do it with a bunch of local BPs and it makes it honestly just almost like, I mean, there was 4 guests, which that's crazy. That's good. You know, like 4 guests between, I think, about 4 brand partners. So a guest in person. So it doesn't have to be crazy big. Just put something together and get your team to do it too. And it is actually a lot of fun. We've been having a good time with them. So anything else going on? I want this for you guys in December. This month can be really big and these specials are not sold out yet. So just remember that, set your goals high. And we are doing, I don't know, I know some of you guys are signed up for it, but if you are interested in doing kind of this special training, it does cost money, but you are going to get like pretty much a dream board in a box, but it's going to be a pretty one. And she's going to teach us how to make these dreams a reality for 2020 and getting your mindset. I don't know. I've never heard this gal do it before, but I do. It's always nice to hear other people train and lead and coach. And I need that. So if you guys want that, it is available. And if you guys are interested, just let me know. It's $100 to do it, but you do get the 2-hour training and you do get the whole materials shipped to you and everything like that. So,
yeah, because I think that our dream boards just they didn't get boring, but I think hearing it from somebody else and taking it up a notch will really help. You know, I'm glad you found her because I think it'll be good.
Yeah, I know. I want to read to you guys just so you know, because it's kind of, I don't know if I kind of laid it out. I put it in just recently here. Well, that's weird. Oh, never mind. Okay, so it's 2020 is the year to spark your creative focus and gain clarity in your aspects of your life. Join this powerful workshop from the comfort of your home, and all supplies will be shipped directly to you. At the end of the session, you will have focus and clarity on where you want to go in 2020 and beyond, the power to make it all happen, clear intention to spark action towards your vision, a beautifully crafted vision to make a reality in 2020. So that's pretty much in a nutshell what we are getting. So an idea if anybody wants to do that in January. So is there anything else?
No, I'm going back to what Ellen said. You've got to see it. You've got to write it down. Yeah. I just Janet, sorry. I just think that that's so important because every time I've done that, it's happened. And I write it down and I just kept marking off as I got them. I just kept marking off and it happens. And I kept saying, I'm going to hit 3,000. I'm going to do it. Well, now I'm going to hit 4,000. I'm just going to do it. And so I just kept writing it down, saying I'm going to do it. And then it happened. It's like freaky just about. But this month I said I'm going to hit 3,000 again. I think I can do more, but hey, I'll just start with 3,000. But I really like Amber. I didn't get on the call today because I had a network thing. But for her to say that is that we brag so much about volume. We need to be really, really, really intentional about brand partners because that's where your real growth comes from. Mm-hmm. That's where your real volume comes from. It's great that we're doing it. We're really, really good at it. Love the volume, but it's the brand partners. Mm-hmm. It is. I just had that discussion with the brand partner today. Yep. And she goes, I got to get brand partners. I said, yep.
Yep. And a lot of people are right now focusing on what they want for the new year. And this sometimes can be a stressful time for people financially. So they're thinking of how I'm going to make a difference and change for next year. And so it's just really meditating on who you want to find and who you think that you really can help. And then just writing those people down and actually getting out of our comfort zone and just asking them and saying, hey, I thought of you. I don't know why, but this is an opportunity that might be of interest to you. So, just be honest, be real, and see what happens. So if that's it, we'll get off here. You guys have a great month. Let me know if I can be of any help to you guys. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye now.